Hi, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. So, I'm going to try and keep this brief. And let me tell you, we're talking about 3 decks of tarot cards here tonight. So, it's not going to be easy to keep this down to 6 minutes. And even that seems horrendously long. But tonight, what we're going to talk about is what kind of tarot decks can you use, or phone apps from Google or iTunes that you can use so that you can pull a daily card in tarot and use it as a tool for self-guidance or personal growth. So not everything is all about being a psychic. And of course, my face is starting to itch again. So let me talk to you just why you see me scratching my face. Whenever I'm talking about tarot and transformation and transformational consultations and working with people and conveying information, and my psychic side starts to open up, what happens is the way that I know that my spirits, guides, and angels are here is my face itches. It doesn't itch any other time, just when I'm doing this work. So, now, I know some of you don't believe in the psychic medium thing, and that's okay. You don't have to. Tarot still works as a tool for personal growth, and I know that sometimes it sounds odd to hear people talking about angels and guides and that sort of thing. It even sounds odd coming out of my mouth some days. So there you go. But let's just quickly move on. So I'm going to quickly go over 3 decks. My personal deck, which is the Aquarian Tarot, the Medicine Woman cards, and a Rider-Waite deck. So this is what my Aquarian deck lives in. It's a deerskin pouch that a friend of mine made for me. It lives with a crystal point, which is like here. Let's see, does this work? I know people do this all the time. Well, maybe it needs darker color. And a boji stone, which is an extremely rare stone. I like this one because it kind of looks like an ancient female fertility, and it's quite pregnant. And it embodies both male and female, or at least that's what the boji stone people say. And I have like 5 of those stones. So here, I like stones. Here is my Aquarian deck. So you've seen me pull up these cards before in some of the videos where I show you the cards that I'm reading from. And they have a very rich color scheme. And I like the imagery, and it appeals to my aesthetics, and so I'm pretty happy with it. Here's the card everybody hates to get in a love reading. It's the 3 of Swords, and so that's the deck that I use. There is a book that goes with it that I used to have, don't know where it went to live, obviously with someone else. Who decided they wanted it more than I needed it, so they kept it, and it's called the Psychic Tarot, and that book is based on this particular deck. Now, my second deck is the Medicine Woman deck. Now, the interesting story is that I actually got this deck, and it lives in this bag. I actually got this deck many years ago, probably in the 1980s. And I got it when the woman who had designed this deck had just released them. So it was brand new. I think she probably released them on her own. She didn't have a publishing company. And her name is Carol Bridges. And the card is just heavy stock. Let me see, is that going to... There we go. This one's called the Swimmer. It's a major arcana card. It's based on North American indigenous peoples' mythology. Some of it is kind of Hawaiian, some of it is Plains Indian, some of it is just general, but mostly it strikes me that it belongs to a lot of the mythology here, and the imagery that's being used and the teachings that are being used seem to belong to the Plains tribes, Lakota, that whole kind of culture there. I'm a little kind of queasy sometimes about using it for a couple of reasons. One, the deck is very feminist or feminine in its energy. And two, we now have a conversation around cultural appropriation, so I kind of have some issues with that. But there's a book here, and the issues, I should say, are out of respect for non-native people adopting native spirituality, while for some of our native brothers and sisters, they have been denied that knowledge. Certainly in Canada, with our residential school situation, we certainly tried to, in many cases, beat the First Nations belief systems out of them, as well as their language. So I'm kind of conflicted about using it, but it is a great deck. And this is the book that comes with it. Well, no, you have to buy this separately. It's the Medicine Woman Inner Guidebook. And each card has a daily affirmation. So it makes it really easy to pick a card and to just move forward with that. And there's an affirmation there, and it makes it very easy. The other deck that I have is the traditional Rider-Waite deck. This one comes in a package like this with the deck and a book. And the book is called The Key to the Tarot, and it is the non-traditional colors. They're much darker and richer, and for me, I like them. The traditional colors are quite a light turquoisey blue and red and yellow, and the color scheme drives me crazy. So here's the Queen of Swords. Let me see. Here we go. Is it going to come in? Yes, there we go. Queen of Swords. So the imagery is exactly the same as a traditional Rider-Waite. The colors are darker. Some people who are real traditionalists don't like it because it's not the traditional way to go. And then there are other people that would argue you couldn't even use the Rider-Waite deck because really what you should be using is what's called the Marseille deck, which is the first one. So anyways, that having been said, those are the three decks that I have. And oh yeah, here's my tarot deck. So my Aquarian deck, the readings are based on the Rider-Waite. It's the same. You'll find this that most of the time there are always 4 suits. And this one, oh, I think if I move my finger, you can see the traditional coloring. I can't stand that blue and the red and the yellow. Just drive me crazy. Anyways, you know, you have to find a deck that works for you, is I guess what I'm saying. And then you can pull a card every day and have it be easy to pick a topic for yourself to kind of be playing in the background all day long. Now, the other thing you can do is you can, I don't know if this is going to work. Let me see. Is this going to work? Is there some way to get my, maybe this way. Is that going to work? No. I'm sorry. It's like I just want you to see the screen of my... Oh, yeah. So there we go. So you can see just in the corner here is the Rider-Waite deck. So let me just pull that up. So how this one works is it has all the cards and it swipes screens, right? So you do this. But what happens is you can pull a single card every day. You can pull a past, present, future. So if you pull a single card, it's just going to, it outlines. So what happens is you get a page that looks like this. You tap it. The card comes up. And this is really white. It is, I think it is the, what is it? It's the 10 of Swords reversed. And the interpretation for the card is there. And it will tell you, well, this one's never-ending torture. So the message might be for you in that one that, whatever it is that's torturing you, you should probably stop it. So the 10s are about spiritual completion, being beyond earthly comforts and the now. They examine the results of future generations. The positive of this card is that things can be laid to rest and everyone can move on. So it must be a theme, because I keep on getting that I should be talking to you all today about giving up belief structures from the past. I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but it's certainly been a theme all day long as I've been thinking about sharing this with you. So so I just wanted to give you an idea that it's very easy to find a theme for a day. Use your tarot deck. You can pull cards. You may find that it's very helpful. It may not be helpful at all, which is why if you try an app like the one that's on my phone, it was free. I just went to the App Store, put in tarot, and picked a free one. It was the Rider-Waite, and it's really quite helpful. So that's everything. 2 questions I have for you, or 2 things I'd like you to do. Would you please subscribe to my channel? It does help promote, and to be quite frank, I want to be on page 1 of Google, and the way that happens is if you, my supporters, are willing to like and subscribe my videos. The other thing is that if you want me to come back and talk on a specific topic, please leave comments in the video. And the other thing is, at the beginning of the video, I call you, hi everyone. Some people go, hi my loves. That kind of sounds weird. I kind of like tribe, but it's that cultural appropriation thing again, so I'm a little uncomfortable with it. But kind of like I feel like we're all in the same tribe. And so, oops, I got a reading. So I got to go, people, and I will talk to you soon.